Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? How you getting it in? Body getting it funny. What's going on, people?
What's going on, people? Hope everybody's doing everything as far as being prosperity in their life and living. I come to you with bad news in reference to another one of our transgender sisters. Her name was Amphon Kongsong. Here's a picture right here. Okay. Now, in case you don't know, she was 28 years old, and she's from Thailand. And what happened was, she was inside of a hotel, which is in Thailand. I think it's called Pattaya. I'm working me here when it comes to these names. Of course, it's going to be a little bit difficult because the pronunciation of these names is going to be a little hard and stuff. So, okay. So what happened was a couple had rented a hotel room inside of the hotel at the Thai resort, and they had noticed that it was a smell inside of the room that they, inside the hotel room that they had rented. So when they left, the people who come behind, the cleaner, the clean apartment, clean the hotel inside the Pattaya hotel in Pattaya in Thailand. So what happened was the cleaner had came inside to clean this up, and she got noticed that the smell there was too. So she tried to find the smell, in reference to what was going on, but that she couldn't figure out, where the smell was coming from. So she started looking around and stuff, and then she had noticed on the frame and under the bed that there was blood. And she noticed the blood. She had checked it in the frame, and she noticed that there was a body there. And there was the body of Amphon Kongsong. Okay, so now the body that she had noticed, so she, of course, she notified the hotel to let them know that, that they had found the body inside of the hotel room. Now, the body had been there, they're not really specific of the short time, but it be said between 4 or 5 days, and they had contacted police chief who. So that they went to the footage, the hotel footage to find out, who was inside the hotel, so that's how they found out who she was. And they noticed that there was 2 boys that went inside this room as well, and they were at the age of 14 and 17 years old. Now the 17-year-old person, the young teenager, who he already knew who she was, because he had confronted her on Facebook and stuff, and he had asked her as far as helping him, looking for a job. Now he thought he could help. He thought she could help him find a job inside the seaside town, So she had contacted her, so he had contacted her, and he clearly went to the hotel and stuff. Now we got there and stuff. Allegedly, he stated that she wanted sex from him, so he strangled her. She had demanded sex, so he strangled her. And while he was strangling her, he had told this 14-year-old person, the teenager that was, I'm assuming, that was there or outside the hotel. Listen, you have to work with this one because there's a lot of loopholes and gray areas. So now it was the 14-year-old had just so happened to come inside the hotel that was with that the 17-year-old was inside of, and he had held her legs. As he held her legs and stuff, the 17-year-old strangled her. Allegedly, in reference to, he was saying that these are reports that they said they admitted that they did this, the 17-year-old and the 14-year-old. And the thing about it, they were sitting out with the chief of police, and basically they were submitting everything. Now, they had to do the footage and everything, and they had saw, like I said before, they saw them. And their whole thing was that she demanded sex from them, from the 70-year-old, and he fought back and stuff, and basically that's when he killed her. And this is on a, they got arrested on a Sunday. And the tourists had slept in the bed and everything, you know, and that's where the 14 or 17-year-old, you know, hit her body and stuff, and, you know, and they would have just let it go on, but due to the fact that they checked the footage and they found that where the boys was, and, you know, I'm assuming they had to sign, you know, in order to go to the hotel room, and that's why they put it all together with the two signing and going into the room. You know, so they went through the paperwork, you know, they went to the hotel and they got the details, you know, who was inside the room and stuff, you know, in reference to her. You know, they put it all together. It was like a puzzle missing. So, you know, so this is horrible. It's horrible. So, Amphon Kongsong, rest in peace, my sister. Okay. 28 years old, strangled her because she demanded sex with him, allegedly. And she was calling herself helping out a 70-year-old to try to go find a job on Seaside town. You know, he said the fight happened because she demanded sex from him, and he didn't want to have sex with her, so he fought and everything evidently to get her off, and just so happened the 14 just so happened to be there. If you could read my mind, I know you know what I'm thinking. And, you know, usually I don't give my opinion because I try to be very biased when it comes to this. But to me, this is how I'm saying it. And usually I try not to, because to me, this, I'm just going to say it in this one, you know. And this happened in Thailand. To me, the 70-year-old went to the hotel. They knew it was going to be there. They both went there together. They got inside the hotel and stuff. Evidently, I'm thinking that, you know, they already knew what they was going to do when they got there, in my opinion. You know, because I find it really weird that the 14-year-old and the 70-year-old is going to go to the hotel, and the 70-year-old went to have to find a job and stuff. They both go inside the hotel. She demanded sex from the 70-year-old. They got upset. They got scared. They grabbed her. They strangled her. They put her down on the bed and stuff. And, you know, they strangled her. They put her body underneath the mattress and stuff, and then they left. Now, this is the thing. And for the girls like me, we've heard this story so many times. A lot of transsexuals get murdered inside of a hotel, and they get thrown underneath the bed. This is not an unknown fact to us. And all of a sudden, she demanded sex. Come on now. Come on. You know, come on. You know, and to me, I feel bad because she can't tell her side of the story. And it's not unheard of for a transgender woman to be hunted down, to be murdered, and blamed for her death. Because he couldn't, as a 70-year-old boy, with the other guy, they couldn't grab the door. They couldn't run out because she was going to hold the door, and they wasn't allowed to leave. At any point, they could have just left. It was two of them and one of her. But she would let them go, so. It's more to this story, and they're going to stick to their story. And like I said before, I would love to hear you feel about this. Do you feel as though that they were so helpless that they couldn't get out of there because she demanded sex with them and they couldn't just run out the door? Because the simple fact of the matter is that they were so afraid for their lives, so they had to strangle her in order to leave. So they killed her and they put her in between the mattress and stuff, and, you know, they left. I would love to hear how you feel about this story. You know, and rest in peace. Amphon. And I would love to hear you feel about this. You know, and my sisters out there, I don't know exactly, like I said before, I don't want to make any assumptions, but just be safe. You know, and the sad part about it is that she knew him. they talked on Facebook and stuff, so they was already friends. So she trusted him to come to the hotel where she was at. And as a reward, I'm making a video about her death. Anyway, the man saying, I just want to say be safe. I want to tell you I love you. And I want to thank you for watching. Until we meet again.